So when the girl got fired from Mac, she said in the comments that her job encourages her to post on their social media.
A Mac employee, actually a Mac cosmetic manager, got fired for showing us day in the life content. And you're wondering, why would they want to fire her for showing us day in life content? Well, this lady was walking us through. In fact, let me just let you watch the video to you have your own conclusions by yourself. But before we get into that, hello everyone and welcome to Tea with Tokwase, where I serve you the hottest tea on the internet from TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, and sometimes X. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if this is not your first time, welcome back. I'm happy to see you. Drop a heart in the comment section. Please do well to subscribe just to support me, to continue creating these videos. All right, let's get into this.
Thank you, honey. Do you have a straw for me too, please? Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Morning, everyone.
And do you need a bag today, babe?
Nah.
All right. It's me 116.39. We're doing card.
Yep.
That. You're welcome. Okay. Have a great day, love.
I don't know if you caught it because the first time I saw this video on TikTok, I was like, why am I seeing the pin you're using up- to put money into the till? Why am I seeing the pin? And why am I seeing all the locks that need to that you do to open or close the store? Why are you showing me the exact location of the money? Like it's just a lot of information that nobody actually needed. Like she had so many viewers because I didn't know her until this whole situation happened. But she has so many views. So she has engaging content, but they're just too much information. You don't need to film everything. And later on, just recently, she got fired, and I'm about to show you the video of when she got fired. But the fact that she was feigning innocence or surprised, actually, the fact that she was surprised that she got fired is quite surprising. It's quite surprising because, like, you literally showed us the whole blueprint. And this is an airport, by the way. Let me not forget. This is an airport. So it's not even a security issue for just MAC Cosmetics. It is a security issue for everybody because if these thieves decide to come and rob, they'll have to pass through more than half of the airports to come and find your shop or find your store. So it's not just you, and you can also put yourself at risk because we know the car park that you're parking. And I'm telling you, she had so many videos of this routine. She had the routine down. E- Exactly how many numbers? So just a lot. So let me just play other people's reaction to this and let me know your reaction in the comment because this is crazy. Like everybody is posting everything, all the details about their life online, and it is like that something is private.
Love my job. I would have never done anything to jeopardize it. Thank you. Have a good day, y'all. Where are you flying to today?
Just San Fran.
Oh, fun. Are we going to visit, or is that where we're from?
That's home.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta stop by and say hi. What's your name?
I'm Jenny.
I'm Bree. Nice to meet you. What are we looking at? What are we looking at? You're cute. So we're out of NC-17. That's probably what it was. We're out of NC-17. You want me to make you a sample of it, though? That way you can... I got you. Babe, did you want to take a picture of the bottle and the color?
Yeah.
That way we know for next time. Here you go, my love.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a great day. This is syrup that you're going with, right? Yes. So this is Whirl. She is a little bit darker, but it's perfect because once this like mixed together. Oh my God.
I actually really feel bad when
Love my job. I would have never done anything to jeopardize it. Thank you.
Would never jeopardize your job? I mean, you basically made an infomercial on how to rob the LAX MAC cosmetics store. You showed us what time you pre-open, you showed us your badge, you showed us where the cash is, and you showed us how much cash there is. It sucks to see people lose their jobs because they're so enamored with the idea of being social media famous that they don't even bother to ask their employer if they can film at work. The fact you got fired for this and still posted the video.
Did y'all hear the story about the MAC Cosmetics manager that got fired from her job working in LAX airport because she was recording content about where she worked? Right now, she's feeling very blindsided and confused because according to her, the company asked her to make the content. However, I feel like when MAC Cosmetics asked her to do that, they were probably thinking like cute little fun TikTok trends featuring their product and whatnot. Not what old girl was posting, definitely not. Because when I tell you this girl posted enough content to make it very easy to like stalk her, because her content was vlogging, right? She even put timestamps on it, so we knew what time she got up to go to work, which bus stop she took. She showed her badge number for when she clocked in. She also showed her counting the money and the till, and her doing the logging for the sign out book or for the merchandise book, whatever it is. She posted a lot of important personal information that people who do not work in the airport are not supposed to see. So of course they fired her because now she's a security threat, and people are saying that it wasn't likely MAC Cosmetics that fired her, that it was probably LAX airport. I don't know why people stay compromising their 9-to-5s for a chance that they may make it big on social media. Like, ooh, my shirt. I think it's best to keep the social media life separate from the work life, because you don't want one to compromise the other, which is exactly what happened here.
sorry, I don't know why I didn't watch this whole video, so I did not know she was chewing and smacking and all the noise was just Just affecting me. Apologies for that if it was affecting you as well. I did not know she was going to be trained. But back to the video. Like literally, the time she was getting in, the time she was getting out. So we know the exact time when you are not there, so that we can come. No, not we, but so that the thieves can come. Like they know the time you're not there, so they can come. In fact, they know the time you are going to be leaving. So that if they want to hijack you on at the door with the key, they can. So in fact, to me, I would have said, okay, she was surprised. But when she decided to post more details, including timestamp on this on the I got fired video, that's when I knew that she was most likely doing this thing for clout and just for content. Because why?
So there's a lady on here that was the manager of a Mac counter at Los Angeles International Airport. She was recently fired by LAX airports thanks to her videos on TikTok. Would you like to know what was in the videos? Let me tell you. She is one of those that likes to post a day in the life as she goes to work. I don't understand. Anyway, so she says, work a 5 a.m. shift. And she said with timestamps, right? Cool. Number one, she drives to the employee parking lot. You only see the car. That's fine. Whatever. Then she gets on the employee bus to go to the terminal. Okay. The next thing she has to do is get to the secure side of the airport, which is go through TSA. She flashes her SIDA badge, which was clear on camera. Her showing the SIDA badge to TSA and going through security. Then she goes to the Mac counter and videotapes herself counting the till for the cash register. Literally, the money is in that money counter. Then she goes to the register. She does her little scanning or whatever. Then she's recording herself talking to people at the airport. Mind you, she holding the phone like this, like them influencer people like to do. And now she's shocked that she got fired. Not by Mac. She got fired by LAX airport. Who knows why she was fired by LAX airport? I do. Because as someone who, I'm now a flight attendant and I used to work as a gate agent, you cannot videotape yourself going through security. Regular people can't videotape themselves going through fucking security. You have a SIDA badge. And for those of y'all that don't read, whenever you get a SIDA badge, it comes with rules of what you can and can't do. And the main thing is do not share that badge with nobody. Do not broadcast that badge with nobody. Now, as flight attendants, we don't have a SIDA badge. But we do have, our employee badge and KCM stuff. We're told, do not post that shit on social media. Do not share that shit with nobody. Why? Because people who are wanting to do massive casualties at a flight, at an airport, are looking at social media and looking for ways to breach security. Prior to 9/11, families was able to walk you to the gate for your flight. There's a reason why TSA is there. And you saw enough of her badge just for someone to replicate that ID to try to go through security. You are a security risk. You are a security breach. So yeah, of course you were fired. Honestly, you should be grateful that they just fired you and they didn't charge you with anything. Because if anything had happened at LAX and they were able to track it, they will come back to your video. Oh, and it wasn't just one time she did the day in a life thing. Let me state that. If you go to the girl page, it's multiple videos, day in a life, with timestamps, right? 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm here, 6:25 I'm here, 6:50, 7, nah. I don't understand why you guys would risk your job. And you were a manager, so you was paid a little higher than the regular employees. Why you would risk your job and insurance for social media. I will never understand that. Never understand it. But you got it. At least now maybe you can go work at the regular Mac counter. You got people in her comments talking about, well maybe Mac can sponsor you so that you can do Y'all are so I need you guys to take a full gorilla grip of reality. A full grip of reality. Grasp it!
Let me get this right. You were a Mac manager at LAX and you were recently fired as of 3 days ago, but you posted your original video on Come to Work With Me as a manager on August the 1st, and you're just updating us that you got fired 3 days ago. And you were confused as to why you got fired, but you posted timestamps showing you counting the till, what time you closed, going in the back, how much people made per shift. And you're telling us you're confused as to why you got fired. And then someone put in the comments, is this you? And it was a screenshot of two hands with the phone in the hand and them watching Trump. And at the top it says, when you and your manager share the exact same conservative political Christian beliefs. She's from Kentucky, from what the bio says. Hello?
You know when they say common sense is not very common? Because I'm telling you, I've seen so many videos of people losing their jobs because of social media. Either they are filming in the office. If like my office, you can't even take your badge. Like it can't be visible when you're leaving the office. Like your card, your ID, you can't even, you have to hide it when you're leaving the office. That's how much. And they have spent, the companies have spent so much money into security. And by the way, my office is not inside the airport. It's not in the airport. But just imagine if it's in the airport, it's now like a higher level. Yeah, the manager, for heaven's sake, if manager is doing this, only God knows what she's allowing every other person to do. What she does not think is security breach. Only God knows what she does not think is security breach. Because as a manager, this is quite lacking. It's lacking common sense. Because and even now the situation in America, the job what they call it, numbers are quite low, and you're just here joking and playing with and for such a good location, I'm guessing it's a good location because like she happy to show it. But I don't know why you want to risk such, because I'm sure your company will spend so much time and money and resources into creating trainings when you're starting the job, and even like updated trainings on information security, especially if you're in the airport. Like I'm just surprised she's surprised, to be honest, at this point.
But I love my job. I would never do anything to jeopardize it. Get ready with me while I help you rob my store. I mean, do an open and closing shift. Since you guys already know the exact location that I work at, and it is pretty secure, I'm gonna tell you the exact time that I get to work every day, down to the bus that I take. Let's go. All right, let's go through security. Here's my entire badge, what it looks like, my name, everything on it. Make sure you take a picture if you want. Goodbye, Timothy. Now that we're through security, let's go pick up the cash for the registers. And don't worry, I'm going to show the exact time that I'm walking with the cash before I put them in the registers. Now that I've done the registers, I'm going to go ahead and get that receipt. And if you screenshot it, you'll be able to see how much money we keep in the registers each morning. Let me just hop on a quick work meeting. Let me show you the faces with names of everybody that works at our company. All right, now I'm going to read you how much each shift made. That way you'll know how much money is in our registers at different points of the day. Well, now that you know how much money we have, I'm going to go ahead and give you the exact time that we close those registers and take the money out. That was a busy day. I really love my job. Now let me show you the exact route that I take before I deposit the money. Let me film myself walking alone and put this money in between my legs as I fiddle with this gate with the exact time attached to it. So if you've ever wanted to rob us, I've given you the full routine over multiple videos. I've shown you when we're at our most vulnerable and when we have the most amount of money. Post to the internet. Hey, so yeah, we did see those videos that you posted online, and we're gonna have to let you go, which is unfortunate because it does seem like you like your job, but because of the security risk that you now pose, we can't keep you on our team.
So when the girl got fired from Mac, she said in the comments that her job encourages her to post on their social media. And I'm like, yeah, they probably encourage you to post like makeup tutorials, not the code to the safe at the LAX airport. You literally showed us the safe at the LAX airport. You showed us where it's at. You showed us how to get there. You showed us where you park. You showed us your badge. You showed us the bus. You showed us everything but your panties. Between her and that receptionist that got fired because she showed us her logging into her company's website with her username and password, I believe y'all really don't want jobs. And the job market is not even good right now to be playing like that. Do I feel bad because these people are losing their jobs over, that's my cat acting a damn fool. Do I feel bad because people are losing their jobs over these mindless mistakes? Yes, of course. But when you work for a job like a receptionist at a dental office or a medical office or at the fucking airport where you can't even get a full-size bottle of lotion in the goddamn airport, but you want to, nonetheless, when you're hired, you sign a lot of paperwork. And in one of those papers, there's a large, bold print saying social media policy. And if you read that, I promise it would tell you not to do that stuff. So to get on here and say, oh my God, can y'all believe they fired me? Yes. Yes.
She showed her scanning her thumb to collect the till, right? Then she goes to the cash register at the store and shows her entering the code for the cash register. Why not just leave the shit open? Just leave the cash register open. Why even lock it? Just leave the drawer open. Just like, here girl, here you go. Dead ass. If I watch enough videos, I can like count her exact steps. And if I wanted to do like a fucking like, what is it, Ocean's 11, like a bank heist type shit, I could do it very quickly because she documented everything. Y'all be sharing too fucking much. You're the manager. You're in charge of the store. You're in charge of schedules. I don't know if you're in charge of like sales and stuff like that, but when it comes to like managing your employees, what they can and can't do, you're supposed to lead by example. And you couldn't even do that. You literally showed TikTok how to log into your till. And that pin, I'm sure, again, is specific to her. So if someone wanted to short the register, they would just use her pin, get it out, and then when they realize, oh, this shit is short, then they go looking at the cameras like, this person accessed this cash register. And then they look up what pin was entered. Guess what was linked to? Girl, be lucky you have not gotten any charges. That's literally, you just have to, cry that you got fired and just be thankful that they did not press any charges towards you. Imagine being TSA in the airport watching that. Because again, you never know who's watching. And you tagged LAX, I believe. So, God. Y'all just be doing the work for these people. It's like the police and all them, they don't even really have to do work. Y'all just gonna broadcast it and just make it easy. Open a shut case.
Yes, quite possibly there could be a case building against her. If the FAA is involved with this incident, it's game over for her. She could be put on the no-fly list. And she could potentially be banned from LAX forever. Even as a passenger, she cannot fly in and out of the airport. She can't step foot near the airport, and she can't even drop off passengers. Because the airport is a government entity, the government does not mess around. And I would never even think to post anything regarding my badge, anything security related, PIN code related, and put it on the internet. So think about it. LAX has about 200,000 people traveling in and out a day. Think Coachella times 2. But it's all in an enclosed space. So if something happens, pandemonium, mass hysteria, people are going to go crazy and they cannot even leave the building. There's no news, nobody knows anything except for the top heads and the FAA. If anything were to ensue, like a plane crash, bomb threats, anything like that. For her to endanger 200,000 people, potentially, that is a really big case against her. It kind of just baffles me. She filmed her badge, which is a no-no. A lot of people can just copy that. And when you're going through TSA, you're not scanning anything. You're just showing your badge to the TSA workers. If you're working on one of the retail vendors, you can potentially sneak in. You just can't get through the security areas, but you can definitely get through TSA. She filmed her badge. She filmed her PIN code that she enters to pull out cash at the MAC register. Told us the timestamps of when she's pulling out the money from the till inside the secured area. Then she filmed when she's closing, walking with a suitcase of money. And you might think, oh, you can't get through TSA and security access that easily. Well, what about people coming off a flight, passing through MAC? You can go from terminal to terminal. I can just snatch that shit at 9:01 when you're closing so easily. You just invited stalkers to know exactly when and where you are outside of the airport and inside. Public endangerment of 200,000 people is crazy. The easiest thing would be a slap on the wrist, and she would have to remove all of the videos on her page. Number 2, she gets banned from LAX, can never step on property again, cannot even fly out of LAX. Good luck flying out of Burbank, Ontario, and Long Beach, although those are the best airports, but international flights, you're gonna have to take a lot of connecting flights, sister. 3, if the FAA gets involved, a hefty fine could be involved, maybe imprisonment. She probably might have a warrant out against her to seize all of her personal properties like her phone, her iPad, her laptop, because she most likely filmed other parts of security areas and might have sent it to other people. If she was planning a money heist, she could have sent videos to people she was working with. They can't rule that out. With any types of suspicions like that, you're gonna have to give up all of your personal property. They're going to be cautious. They're going to look at every angle to make sure there will be no harm to the public.
It reminded me that I used to work at an airport in the safety and security division conducting emergency planning for big scale emergencies and catastrophes like bombings and plane crashes. The one thing I learned from that job is the airport does not play about the safety of its passengers and everyone inside. When an emergency happens, immediate lockdown, maximum security, no ins and outs, there's no news on what's happening, flights are halted. The airport is already hectic, so even something as small as someone stealing candy can cause a big reaction from everyone inside that causes panic. It doesn't matter when there's panic inside an airport, it's literally like the end of the world. For you to post timestamps of when you're walking with money is a big security and safety concern for everyone else around you. If someone was truly trying to do you harm and rob you, they would know exactly when to do it and where you would be. If something like that happened, like a robbery, that would cause a little bit of panic. And at an airport as big as LAX, mass hysteria. Also, just to note, when you were taking out money from the little cash vault, all I had to do was just zoom in onto the screen and I saw your first and last name. It was blurry, but I made it out. I saw your first and last name. So if someone was actually trying to follow you from outside of the airport, they can just look up your name and they would be able to find some information about you and potentially do something really bad to you.
So let's not even overflog this. She came out after when the whole thing blew up and she was like, well, you guys, in fact, let me just let you watch it.
Hey guys, obviously this is long overdue. I'm actually visiting with my family right now, so obviously like I've not been on my phone as much as like I normally am, but with how everything has blown up, you guys have lost your minds. You guys have lost your minds. I just want to make this so simple, so quick and straight to the point. You guys, the company that I worked for, the airport, they did not ask me to take the videos down. They did not ask me to remove them. They didn't. They told me that I did not have to. This was not a type of security breach or security risk that was putting anybody, in harm's way. The airport, they have a ton of security. They have a ton of things in place, just to make sure that everybody is safe. Tons of people that are like filming in and out of the airport all the time. Our badges, we wear them publicly and around passengers and customers all the time. So they themselves was like, no, you don't need to take the video down. Obviously, you violated, social media policies within our company. But there is no safety risk or anything like that to where you need to worry about getting in trouble with the law or, being put on the no-fly list like you guys are talking about in the comments. Am I mad at myself for making a mistake? Yes. I fucked up. I fucked up, you guys. It was really it was so innocent. I literally just wanted to take you guys on a day in my life as a Mac manager. I've been doing this for years. I've made day in the life videos at work before. I've been a Mac girl for almost 5 years, filming content within the brand, within the store. I've been doing it. So I didn't think nothing of it. Did I fuck up? Yes. Let this be a lesson to you guys to confirm with the companies that you work for what you can post on social media and what you can't, because obviously you see what can happen. I just wanted to come in here and make that very, very clear. You know, the airport did not ask me to remove the videos. You know, if it was such a security risk, they would have asked me to remove them immediately, like during my termination. They would have also by now, if that was the case, sent me a cease and desist. I did end up just going ahead and calling HR today just to confirm, and she did confirm that, you know, no, you are not under any type of investigation. You would have known that the day that we terminated you. You are not being asked to take the videos down, like you are not at risk, like all the works, okay? So let that just go ahead and be very, very, very clear. You know, I know I fucked up. I know I fucked up.
Anyway, so that's the story. But somebody else came saying that they know her from, they've worked with her before, or they know somebody that worked with her before. This one I cannot, I cannot, I don't know if it is an actual news, like if it's true, if it's authentic information, but it's also going around with along with this gist as well. So let me share that with you. But a disclaimer that I am not 100% sure about this information.
The MAC Cosmetics LAX worker, did you guys hear about the latest? Apparently, this is alleged information. One of the colleagues has come forward and said that she has been sacked before from MAC because she was allegedly stealing from employees and also committing gift card fraud, something to that nature. The plot thickens. Now listen, I have come to a conclusion where I don't really have any sympathy, just because, come on, the stuff that you were showing is wild to me. You were basically doing a tutorial how to rob LAX airport tutorial, like walkthrough tutorial, the till number, the ID badge, what else? The route that it took, the amount of steps it took, the receipts printing out, the money, showing how much money was there. Like, I just don't understand how she thought that this was okay. But yeah, allegedly, this is not the first time. Now, I was thinking that she was gonna do a fund where she's gonna ask all of her followers, like, oh, you know, she's gonna be, I've got no job now, can you guys help me? That's what I thought the situation was gonna be. I mean, I haven't looked, maybe she has got one, but yeah, interesting.
Anyway, there's no need for me to give you any moral lesson because it is quite obvious that you should know your company's policy about filming. If you can film within the premises, if you cannot film within the premises, it is definitely going to be part of your employment information. And if it's not there, it is best to ask your HR. And sometimes even asking one HR is not enough. You may have to ask like 2 or 3 HR, and just try not to, even if you actually like the job. Or if you don't like the job, you can do whatever she's doing now, because it's possible that she's doing this so that she can blow, like she will go viral online and make money from that. I just don't want to see any GoFundMe. I don't want to see any GoFundMe link on I don't want to see it, because this one is very self-inflicted. Please and please and please and please. Anyway, with that said, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you later. Bye.